Okay, thanks for joining me. If you're joining me here on the live stream at Twitch, which is Golf with Herschel, or at YouTube, which is at Herschel G, I appreciate you joining me. So all these streams are then archived at YouTube, and you can watch them there. Right now, we are playing hole number one. Obviously, we've got teed up, ready to go at Torrey Pines South in this week's SGT tour. That's simulatorgolftour.com. This particular first two rounds is going to come from the web tees, which is the shortest tees on this course today, playing 6,200 yards. There's a few different tees to choose from. I'll play all of them this week again in pursuit of as good of a ranking as I can get on this. Let's go to number one here, and light breeze, not much to think about, and let's get underway. Maybe not. We're having some technical difficulties. If you joined me just a few moments ago for the stream, you might have noticed that I couldn't get the audio going. And so I got the audio going, but then this thing didn't register this, and I don't know what's going on here. So we got a prove it situation to start it, and let's see if we can get some golf going. There we go. And I hit it decently too. Okay, well, we're underway. Sort of a prove it, and I proved it. So last week in the at the Amex, mixed bag. I played well in the first two tournaments for the web tees and the SGT tees, but then not that well at all. In fact, kind of terribly on the pro tees and the tip tees. So this week we're going to try to remedy that. We've got downhill 164 down the hill. Let's just get something down there. I haven't hit many irons today, so let's just go with a little extra. And pulled it. All right, well, we've been leaning on the short game a lot lately, as you may have noticed. This is actually not in the bunker, it's in the rough. The stance doesn't really get affected so much in sim golf, as you'll probably see. So we're here at number one, trying to go up and down from 13 yards away. Stimp is 11 on the greens. This is uphill about 6 inches. Ooh, almost hold it out. We'll settle for that par. No, they don't normally go near that easy. So now we're coming to a short par four, the 325-yard par four, number two. Try to get one out there into the fairway and set ourselves up for a good approach. All right, slow ball speed, as you can see, but not much spin to it, so it'll travel decently. And it's a short par four anyway, so we're not going to worry too much about the distance. We're going to trade out balls there, though. 112, downhill quite a bit. I think this is probably that pitching wedge, and trusting it. And I bladed it a little bit, but it won't do you too much harm, I don't think. In fact, it could end up good. They're pretty soft. These greens said soft in the setup menu, so they're not going to roll out like some of these other ones like they did last week. Get a little movement here. Whoops. Get the cursor on the right screen. Sorry about that. Okay, so we actually know that we want to hit it about probably right there. Maybe even just a hair more. Like I said, they're 11. It's about right. 10 feet, 10 inches. And I pushed it. You can see 4/10 of a degree, so miss an easy chance at birdie and settle for the par. It's a tough one. Didn't hit a good putt. Downhill 9 yards here. The breeze is just slightly at my back. I think this is a trustworthy 8-iron for this guy. Going to be pushed right just a hair, but it shouldn't be too much harm. Going to have a putt out. Again, they're soft though, so they're going to stick right where you land, which is a good sign for going at them. But let's put this over here. It's going to break about that much, I think. It's uphill, basically 2 screens. Settle. Should be a gimme for another par. We'll move on to number 4. Normally, from some of the further back tees, this is a long par 4, but from these further up tees, we catch a little bit of a break into the prevailing wind, but it's not blowing that hard. Right down the center stripe. But again, soft fairways, soft greens, so they're not going to run out much. It'll make the course play a little longer, definitely. See, this one's 170, up the hill 5 feet, 1 inches. I'm going to hit 5-iron in here. And again, know that if I hit it well and get it up there, it'll stop. Probably a little short, huh? Oh, no, it's about right. I'm going to run out a tiny bit, right? No, they are soft. They're going to receive them. All right, 20 feet, 7 inches. Get the paraglider up there. Whatever that is, ultralight, I don't know. We're moving about that much, not a ton. I think it's just a little outside of that right there. It's probably right there, I hope. Uphill 7 inches. Just didn't hit it quite hard enough. So we're out of there with a par as well. And don't know this hole real well, so looks like it's pretty straightforward. Torrey Pine special. Where's my tee? Didn't pick it up last time, apparently. Where'd that thing go? Well, that's not great. Where's my tee going? Appreciate you joining me again, I guess, for what this is called. This episode is called Looking for My Tee. And let's see if we can get back on track here. Downhill 6 yards. A little lead chase there, but should maybe even stay in the fairway, huh? .176 down the hill. I think that one again is same thing, that 5-iron. Knowing that if I hit it well, it will stick on the green. Might not be enough, but it's a little thin. Is it going to be right in there, right? Oh, stick in there. Stick in there right there. Stay. It's not going to stay on the green. You can see it's just on the edge right there. Let's see if we can chip one in. Pretty close to chipping it in, but we got to settle again for the par here. So par 5, dog leg right. How extreme? Let's see. I remember this one. I think that's probably my line, because if we come straight backwards of that, right, be really close. Yeah, so this should, this should probably be my line. About right there. Now let's keep it on that line, huh? Oh, that didn't seem like the ball I hit. I'm glad that stayed in the grass and it's a par 5. I thought that was a weird read, because that's definitely harder than 120 miles an hour. I thought that I was hitting a certain shot, and I sure didn't get that shot. Okay then, well, let's see where we're at here. That's 200, right? Right there. See if we can get ourselves back in play. That was such a funky read. Wow, that's not even going to get out of the short grass. That sure didn't go very far. What just happened? So the rough is heavy, I think, is part of what we've learned. Now we've got another 7 wood at least, but it sure doesn't seem like the ball's coming out of there at all. I mean, this is a weird one off the tee. I'm still kind of thinking about that one. Oh, that's what happened. All right. This thing didn't know what to read. No wonder what was going on. I broke a ball. All right, so that didn't count. Look at that. I guess those last 2 readings were as weird as they felt. So, you know what? Here, I got a better ball, and then we'll break out a couple of new ones. That was terrible. So, I feel like I got lucky there. It didn't read one of those halves of a ball. I guess it didn't know what to do. Whoops. Okay, let's see if we can get one deep here. All right, well, at least we're chasing that up. Or is it not going to stay? It's not going to stay, so we're going to be chipping that back up. Good reminder to check the golf balls before you tee them off out here. I knew that something was up with that tee shot, but all right, because that's soft, it's just stopping right there instead of running. It leaves me a pretty healthy putt. Not a ton of movement. Again, 11 stimp. See if we can get out of this adventurous hole where we broke a ball in half. Not going to move too much. 14 feet 4 inches, uphill 2 inches. Oh, and that comes up short. So I find a way to make a bogey on the broken ball hole. That's a bummer. Okay, let's recover here. We're +1. That was a big hole to have done something on, but that's the way it's going to be. So let's bounce back right here. Downhill 9 yards, a relatively short par 4. Little prevailing wind behind us, barely. Downhill 5 yards and 160. We are going to break a new ball out of here pretty quick, but we got a decent one for now. Okay. Not too bad. Let's see if we can make up for the broken ball bogey, B cubed. That's got us down 1 stroke in the hole here. Downhill 3 inches, 3.5 inches. All right, we stole it right back to even. Get the broken ball bogey behind us. 136 and uphill 6 yards. So I'm going to go ahead and hit 8 iron and see if we can make sure we're up there. Ooh, a little, come on right there, huh? All right. Let's get another look at one, huh? Looks like the mic is still working. That's good to see. Weird technical troubles tonight. I guess the broken ball isn't exactly a technical trouble, but nonetheless. Just move that much. We just got to make sure, our job here is to make sure this is straight. There it is. We've got another birdie. We get to -1, so handling the broken ball bogey well. And we come to number 9, another par 5. This we check in. We've got a good ball for his. Should wrinkle out toward the center. Nothing crushed, but it's out there enough. 256 away. Let's just get our 3-wood up there as close as we can. It'll peel off to the right side of the fairway here, right half of the fairway, but it should leave me the wedge I like in, sure enough. We've got 61 yards, almost no elevation change at uphill 4 inches. Try to stay straight on it. Spin. And within the gimme zone for another birdie to get to -2. That's a nice start right there. Let's see if we can keep this going. 314 yards up the hill. I don't know it. I'm going to have a look at it. It's pretty straightforward. I don't think that 300-yard shot matters to me. Let's just see if we can get it on to a good spot. And I think that's going to be one. There we go. Getting a little loose to find it. We got 84 yards now, probably uphill a little bit, I'm guessing. Uphill a little bit. We're going to try to go uphill here. Soft green with the 52-degree wedge. Barely prevailing wind, that 1 mile an hour barely behind us. Doesn't really even do anything. See if we can hit a putt. Get ourselves inside of that 10-foot mark we always like. They're going to move about that much. Maybe even a hair more. I think it's going to move that much. 9 feet 5, uphill 1 inch. And I missed a corner for another look at it. What a bummer. That's something I got to make. Whoops. Dang it. Okay, 176. We're going to probably not play the sucker pin over here. Get ourselves a little bit more straight in. Play a little bit more to both our strength and our miss. Speaking of miss, what a tough birdie to have given up on that last one. Caught it thin. But because I moved it, it's not going to matter too much. It's just going to be a long lag putt. Very long. Is it going to stay on? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, yeah. 53-foot lag putt. That has to go way up the hill, right? That's going to be moving way up the hill. And yeah, we're going to go that much. It's uphill 6 inches. Come on down and stop. I just hit that too hard. I'm sure you saw that. I felt it immediately. As soon as I hit it, I knew I'd hit it too hard. But fortunately, the cleanup is pretty straightforward here. And we're out of there with another par. Straightaway par 4, one of the longer ones from these tees. So 415, but downhill 5 yards. Prevailing wind is basically not doing a thing. Missed the fairway, I think, but hit pretty well for the most part. 137 is not great, but it's me. I try to own it. 193 coming out of the rough, but down the hill. So I think this is the 7-wood to make sure we get up there. Go a little underneath it there. Not going to run that much. We're going to be leaning on the short game again on this longer par 4. Here we are at number 12. Okay, going to still leave a little putt. These soft greens are a little tough to get used to for me, but let's see if we can bang this in there at the side a little bit. I don't want to give it up too much from that distance, so I'm going to trust it. Take our par on to 13, where we're looking at another par 5. This is a 3-shot par 5 for me, for sure. Uphill 8 yards makes it well over 500 yards, which is definitely pretty much this short knocker's cutoff. Block that a little bit off to the right half, but it should be okay. And like I said, a 3-shot par 5, so it doesn't really matter. We're just going to try to get something down the hill and into good position for a good 3rd shot. That's going to be off in the rough. Didn't really hit that real well. 79 yards. Get in there, make sure we make good contact. Don't let this thing climb up the face. But other than that, I think it's the right club. No, it's not actually. It's the 52-degree wedge. And I might hit that too hard. And I pulled it definitely. Did I hit it too hard? No, I didn't even hit it enough. Wow. Well, good thing I clubbed up. Whoops. Okay, so now we've got a big curling lag putt from almost 30 feet. So we're going to take the break into account. Let it break that much. It's uphill 5.5, 6 inches. So did I hit it too hard? Settle right there. Just settle. Should be within the gimme for the par. Like to get something a little closer around here. Here is a short par 4. Let's see where the trouble is. This is a Torrey hole. Okay. Downhill 9 yards. Short par 4. Let's take advantage. And that is not advantage. Sit down. Oh, shit. Do they let you hit from there? Is that OB? I've hit it OB. Oh, as it lies. I'm going to play it as it lies. I might be able to get out of there. Let's hope for some kind of break because we're on some kind of lie. Deep rough, but it's something. I think it's going to be really tough to get up over that though. But it's a short par 4. But I still have 186 yards because I hit that so weak. Is that what's going on? 136 yards out of the deep rough. There's probably only one thing to do, and it's hope that 7-iron gets even remotely close. And you got to get it above this. So I'm not sure this was the greatest decision. I'm sure there's a way to change it if I wanted to, but you're not out here me to see wuss golf. You're out here me to see get some top 10s. Let's see. It got out, didn't it? Sort of. It did. It got out. Let's see if we can go up and down for par. It'd be kind of a miracle here. Let's have a look at that one for sure. It's 45 yards. It's uphill barely. But I think, given the lie and the stance and all that, it warrants this shot right here. And I didn't get a reading, so let's do it again. Goodness, 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 come on. Thought I hit a great shot right there. Let's prove it. How about going in? All right, to gimme, so I'll take that par after going into the forest. Wow. Let's see if we can make up for that on this short par 4 again. Thank you for joining me again. Can't believe that's where that all went there. That was tough. Another short par 4, though, is going to at least give us another chance to do that. That was our worst drive of the day on the last hole. I still kind of don't know how I made the par, but let's go to number 15 here. At 2 under we remain. Another really weak puller. But at least that should have a look to the green, right? Short, 126. Ooh, could hit some branches. We're sure hoping it doesn't. So 127, uphill 6 feet 4, and out of the rough, and possibly going to hit some leaves. So I believe that's 8-iron. And it'll be almost pin high, just a little off to the right. We've got delicate little bunker shot here. Try to pop this up in the air and get it to land soft but close to the hole, huh? No, I'm still gonna have to putt it. Ooh, yep. Yeah, the softer greens are definitely something to get used to. There's definitely things I like about it, and then there's things where I recognize that maybe I would have done something a little better on certain holes if they would have been softer, but let's see. All right, another par, and that brings us to number 16, which is a downhill par 3, 187 yards, and it's downhill 5 yards, and not much wind, so it's just the elevation. We want to make sure we cover the distance, and this is kind of in between the 5 and the 4-iron, and I don't carry a 4-iron, I carry a 7-wood. So let's just hit the 7-wood under control up there and see if we can get it close. No, that's blocked off. Well, not too bad. You're going to bounce even left for a guy? Look at that. Wow. Okay. Kind of unbelievable. That would be a cool birdie to steal right here, wouldn't it? Be a really cool birdie to steal, so let's steal it. Doesn't really move. It's not a double breaker. That's misleading. It's just a matter of how much does it break right here? Does it break that much, or is it just a little inside of that? I think it's just a little inside of that to let that come down to the hill at the end. And I missed the birdie. Dang it. That would have another one that I should have hit. That's normally a putt I hit. Bummer. I bet some people are going low on this setup. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm one of them. Soft fairway, so it's not going to run out too much. So, oh wow, that even caught the rough, huh? And 183, and we're going to this trusty 7-wood under a little bit of quote-unquote tournament pressure. Let's get this up there. Okay, well, good thing I hit that, because coming out of the rough, it barely got there. Okay, I want to fly this up there, but not we don't want to blast it. And we did, we blasted it. And we're going to probably cost ourselves a stroke on 17 from just blasting it because of the soft greens. I got to be better than that. All right, 2 screens here. It's breaking quite a bit. I think it's even breaking that much. So let's flag one up there. Settle. Settle, settle, settle. Let's not turn this into a double bogey. Well, that was a punch in the gut. 9 feet 5 inches, moving pretty good. I think it's about there, but no gimme. Okay, we're in for bogey. We're at -1 going into 18, and it's a relatively short par 5. Definitely still a 3-shot because of that pond out front. So we're going to get ourselves in a couple of good positions and try to close with a birdie here on what's been a little bit of a wild round. Some technology, a broken ball, a couple of missed easy birdie putts. That's a safety ball, playing the anxiety fade right down the middle, so I don't mind it, but you can see there's not a lot of distance. Got a lot of backspin and not a lot of ball speed. 266, how far does it take to even get to that pond out front? That's 250, I'm not getting there. You know, I think given everything, it's just best to hit the 7-wood up into position and not even mess. I mean, there's really no chance I'm getting in the water, but no chance is actually not true. Probably some chance. So let's take a club that we know is not reaching the water. And on that line, right? Okay, 78 yards out of the rough, up the hill. Learn the lesson from the 52-yard wedge last time. I'm going to gotta send it up there. And short again, so that's my birdie look right here. Not a real good closing 9 here. That was kind of weak. So we'll see what we can do in the next round. That's not going that much. It's going about that much. Close, I think. Uphill 10 inches. Okay, settle, settle, settle. I'm going to have to put that again too here on 18 for my par, right? Yes, I am. Fortunately, this one's not moving at all. All things considered, this could have been a good round. It could have also been a disastrous round. So let's just be happy that we're draining it in and finishing at -1, which at least is a little bit of a head start toward the next round. And speaking of the next round, I'm going to play that right now, but I'm going to end the stream and start a new one. So stick with me, and I will be right back. Thanks for joining me for round one. Join me in just a few minutes for round two of the SGT tour from the web tees, and we'll play round two in just a moment here.